We started Lost Indian Art as an attempt to preserve the dying arts of India. Today, we will be talking about the Parsi works and the Manjusha art. Parsi embroidery is a unique part of India's diverse textile heritage. Moving to the history and origin of Parsi work. Parsi works date back to the Bronze Age Persia, which makes it thousands of years old. Yet, the Gara sari is only 150 years old. Parsis traveled and settled in various areas like the Deccan. They ended up incorporating the Zardozi embroidery and developed their own unique style. The embroidery depicts nature in a woven form, from lotus, lilies, cherry blossoms, and other flowers to the beautiful birds, pagodas, and huts. From Chinese symbol to the Persian symbol like the chakla chakli and the cypress tree to the Indian lotus and peacock. Parsi embroidery has been improvised and developed to encompass so many different cultural art forms. Let us now know the making of Parsi work. Gara sarees are perhaps the most popular example of Parsi embroidery, and they have been in demand for their striking beauty, which gradually became the symbolic of the Parsi culture and tradition. The superior craftsmanship of the Parsi embroiders to create handwork so delicate and elegant was something that made these pieces valuable over the years. Earlier, gold and silver threads were used in their work, which later gave the way to the satin threads and artificial zaris. It takes nearly 9 months for an embroiderer to create a Gara sari, as it requires intricate embellishment on all the sides. One interesting thing, the khaka stitch is a fine stitch that requires dexterous needlework and often leads to the failing eyesight in the embroiderer. Hence, this stitch is also known as the forbidden stitch. There are some interesting facts of Parsi work. Parsi work has its root in Iran during the Bronze Age, but with time it has drew influences from European, Chinese, Persian and Indian culture. Parsi embroidery actually owes the origin in China, as these Chinese are the ones who taught this art form to the Parsi women. The Parsi embroidery has made the style more contemporary, and this has been done by adding new products like bags, scarves, cushion covers, dupattas, and dress material. The next art form is the Manjusha art. Manjusha art is basically a line drawing art. They are temple shaped boxes comprising of 8 pillars. They are made up of bamboo, jute, and paper. They also contain paintings of Hindu gods and goddess. This art is an ancient folk art of Andhra Pradesh, and this art has been prevalent in Bhagalpur for a very long time. Did you know the story behind Manjusha art and painting? There was once a couple madly in love with one another. The husband dies due to a snake bite and the wife is devastated. She fights against all the odds to bring life of her dead husband. This story of how she brings him back to life has something enthralling narrations. Moreover, the stories came from all regions of Bihar. Example, the Savitri and Satyavan story from the Madhya region, and the more popular Bihula and Bala Lakhender from the Anga region. The word Manjusha means boat, and Bala Lakhender was taken in this boat which was covered with a cloth. Bihula ensured that the cloth was covered with bright colors, showcasing the events of Bala's life until his death in a sequential manner. The characteristics of Manjusha art. In Manjusha art, 3 colors are used and borders are very important. It is basically a line drawing art. Manjusha art is a folk art and few Malakar families have done this art earlier. It is also a scroll painting. Manjusha art is completely based on folklore and Bihula Bisahari, and in Manjusha art characters are displayed as X letters of English alphabets. Major motifs of Manjusha art are snake, champa flower, sun, moon, turtle, fish, mania bird, kamal flower, kalash pot, shivling, etc. Thank you for watching our new video. Please don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel.